From the heart of Harlem, a figure emerged. Sean Combs, a name synonymous with ambition. He climbed, he conquered, he became P. Diddy. Music became his empire, his kingdom. Millions swayed to his beats, his lyrics. His Bad Boy Records, a launching pad for legends. Biggie, Mary J, their destinies intertwined. A tale of triumph, but every story has two sides. Behind the glimmer, whispers began to surface. Allegations, accusations, a darker narrative. Was Diddy's ascent paved with good intentions? Or did shadows lurk beneath the surface? The death of Biggie Smalls, a tragic turning point. Theories, conspiracies, a cloud of suspicion. Diddy, forever linked to the unsolved mystery. His world, once bathed in light, now under scrutiny. Born in the concrete jungle, Sean Combs, a young boy with dreams bigger than life. Harlem, his playground, his proving ground. He learned the streets, the rhythm, the hustle. His mother, Janice Combs, a beacon of strength. She instilled values, ambition, a thirst for more. His father, Melvin Combs, a tragic figure. Gunned down, a shadow cast over young Sean's life. Trauma, loss, but resilience bloomed. Sean vowed to rise above, to defy the odds. Music, an escape, a voice for his emotions. The seeds of greatness were planted deep within. Howard University beckoned. A new chapter. Sean Combs, the student, eager to learn, to grow. But the call of music, an irresistible siren song. He juggled books and beats, ambition burning bright. Parties became his canvas, a stage for his vision. He organized, he promoted, he created a buzz. His name synonymous with unforgettable events. Word spread, talent recognized, opportunity knocked. Uptown Records, a label on the rise, took notice. An internship, a chance to learn the music business. Sean Combs seized it, his work ethic unmatched. He soaked up knowledge, ready to make his mark. Section 3. Uptown Records. From intern to A&R executive, a meteoric rise. Sean Combs, the talent spotter, the hitmaker. He signed Jodeci, Mary J. Blige, future legends. His touch, his vision, transforming the game. He breathed life into Uptown. A golden era began. His ear for talent, his business acumen, unmatched. But within the success, cracks started to appear. Ambition, power, a dangerous cocktail brewing. A tragic incident, a turning point in his life. A concert, a stampede, lives lost in the chaos. Sean Combs, caught in the crossfire, facing scrutiny. The world watched, questioning his role, his responsibility. Section 1. The Club New York Incident. December 27, 1991. Club New York, a popular night spot. A charity basketball game hosted by Diddy. Overcrowding, chaos, a recipe for disaster. The air thick with anticipation, excitement. Hundreds crammed inside, eager to witness the stars. But the atmosphere shifted, tension mounting. Panic surged, a deadly crush ensued. 9 souls lost, their lives tragically cut short. Families shattered, a community in mourning. Fingers pointed, blame cast in every direction. Diddy, at the epicenter, faced a reckoning. The world watched, a story unfolding in real time. How could a night of charity end in such horror? The investigation began, searching for answers. And Diddy, once celebrated, now under suspicion. Section 2. Shots in the Dark. The aftermath. A whirlwind of grief and anger. Lawsuits filed, accusations flying like bullets. Diddy, maintaining his innocence, cooperated. But the shadow of that night loomed large. Whispers of negligence, of disregard for safety. Had his ambition, his drive, blinded him to the risks? The city mourned, seeking justice for the victims. And Diddy, his reputation on the line, fought back. The trial, a media spectacle, captivated the nation. Witnesses testified, evidence presented, emotions raw. Diddy, on the stand, defended his actions. He expressed remorse, but maintained he wasn't to blame. The jury deliberated, the weight of the evidence heavy. Would they find Diddy responsible for the tragedy? Or would they see it as a horrific accident, a perfect storm? The tension was palpable, the verdict uncertain. The world held its breath as the verdict was read. Not guilty on all counts, the jury declared. Diddy, visibly relieved, embraced his legal team. But the victory felt hollow, bittersweet. The families of the victims, devastated, wept openly. Their fight for justice seemingly over, their pain raw. The city, divided, grappled with the outcome. Had the right decision been made? Diddy, forever marked by the tragedy, vowed to learn. He established a foundation in honor of the victims. He spoke out against overcrowding, advocating for safety. But the scars of that night remained, a constant reminder. The Club New York incident, a turning point in his life. It forced him to confront the consequences of his actions, to acknowledge the power he wielded, the responsibility it carried, and it set the stage for the controversies that would follow. New York City, a place of dreams and hard realities. The Club New York incident exposed a fault line. The haves and the have-nots, their worlds colliding. And Diddy, caught in the middle, became a symbol. Some saw him as a scapegoat, a victim of circumstance, a young black man targeted by a flawed system. Others saw him as reckless, his ambition unchecked, a symbol of excess, of a culture that valued fame above all. The debate raged on, fueling the city's divisions. It ignited conversations about race, class, and accountability. And it solidified Diddy's place in the public eye. No longer just a music mogul, but a lightning rod for controversy. The Club New York incident, a turning point in his life. It forced him to confront the consequences of his actions, to acknowledge the power he wielded, the responsibility it carried. And it set the stage for the controversies that would follow. From the streets of Brooklyn, a legend emerged. Christopher Wallace, known as the Notorious B.I.G, a lyrical genius, his rhymes raw and real. Diddy saw his potential, a star in the making. Signed to Bad Boy Records, his career skyrocketed. Juicy Big Papa, anthems for a generation. He became a cultural icon, his voice unmatched. But fame came with a price, a dangerous game. The East Coast versus West Coast rivalry ignited. Tupac Shakur, a formidable opponent, emerged. Diss tracks flew, tensions escalated, danger loomed. Diddy found himself entangled in a deadly feud. He tried to mediate, to quell the rising storm, but the streets were hot, fueled by anger and pride. The violence escalated, culminating in tragedy, and Diddy would be forever haunted by what came next. Section 2. Life After Death. March 9, 1997. Los Angeles, California. The Notorious B.I.G. gunned down in a drive-by. His life, cut short at the peak of his career. The world mourned, a generation in shock. Biggie's death sent shockwaves through the industry. Diddy, devastated, lost a friend, a brother, a star. He grappled with grief, anger, and a search for answers. Conspiracy theories swirled, accusations flew. Was Biggie's death a revenge killing? A casualty of the East Coast versus West Coast war? Diddy, once again, found himself under scrutiny. He cooperated with the police, desperate for justice. But the investigation stalled, plagued by dead ends. Biggie's murder remained unsolved, a haunting mystery. And Diddy carried the weight of his friend's death. Section 3. Los Angeles, 1997. The air in Los Angeles was thick with tension. Biggie's death cast a pall over the city of dreams. He channeled his pain into his music. "I'll Be Missing You," a tribute to his fallen friend. Rumors swirled, whispers of Diddy's involvement. Diddy retreated from the spotlight, seeking solace. Section 4. Unsolved Mysteries. Biggie's murder remained unsolved. Theories abounded, but no justice. Diddy honored his friend's memory. The lack of closure haunted him. He offered a reward for information, pleading for anyone with knowledge to come forward. But the case grew colder. Biggie's death became a symbol of the unsolved. Diddy carried on, his career reaching new heights. But the loss of Biggie remained a defining moment, a constant reminder of the fragility of life, and the unanswered questions that continued to haunt him. The Notorious B.I.G's legacy lived on through his music, his impact on hip-hop, undeniable. But the mystery of his death cast a long shadow, a reminder that even in the world of fame and fortune, some things remain unsolved. Diddy, ever the entrepreneur, expanded his empire. He ventured beyond music into fashion, television, and spirits. Sean John, his clothing line, became a sensation. He built a brand, a symbol of success and aspiration. His business acumen was undeniable, his drive relentless. He forged partnerships, made strategic investments. He became a cultural icon, his influence undeniable. But with success came increased scrutiny, a spotlight on his every move. His personal life became tabloid fodder, his relationships dissected. He was linked to beautiful women, his lifestyle extravagant. He was both celebrated and criticized, his image complex. But through it all, he remained focused on building his empire. And beneath the surface of his public persona, a darkness lingered. The unsolved murders of Biggie and Tupac cast a long shadow. Whispers of Diddy's alleged involvement persisted. The controversies, though seemingly dormant, were far from over. December 27, 1999. New York City, buzzing with holiday cheer. Club New York, a popular haunt for the hip-hop elite. Diddy and his entourage, a fixture in the VIP section. The atmosphere, electric, fueled by music and alcohol. Champagne flowed, bodies moved, inhibitions loosened. But beneath the surface, tension simmered, rivalries festered. An altercation erupted, words exchanged, tempers flared. Diddy, caught in the crossfire, his security detail on high alert. The situation escalated, a fight broke out, chaos ensued. Shots rang out, piercing the music, sending shockwaves through the club. Panic surged, screams filled the air as people scrambled for safety. When the smoke cleared and the screams subsided, a chilling reality set in. 3 people lay wounded, their lives forever changed. And Diddy, once again, found himself at the center of a storm. His name, synonymous with success, now linked to violence. The aftermath, a blur of flashing lights and sirens. Police swarmed the scene, securing the club, interviewing witnesses. Diddy and his entourage whisked away, questioned for hours. The media descended, hungry for details. The victims, their stories largely overlooked. One, a young woman caught in the crossfire. Another, a man, paralyzed, his life forever altered. Diddy, released without charges, maintained his innocence. He claimed self-defense, but the whispers persisted. The city watched, divided in their opinions. Some condemned Diddy, others defended him. The truth remained elusive. The trial, a media spectacle, captivated the nation. Diddy facing charges of bribery and weapons possession. The prosecution painted him as reckless, a danger to society. The defense portrayed him as a target, defending himself and his companions. Witnesses testified, evidence presented, the jury left to decide. The tension was palpable, the stakes high. Diddy's freedom, his reputation, his legacy, all on the line. The world held its breath, waiting for the verdict. After weeks of testimony and deliberation, the jury reached a verdict. Not guilty on all counts. Diddy, visibly relieved, embraced his legal team. But the shadow of that night at Club New York continued to follow him. The victims, their lives forever changed, struggled to move on. The city, still divided, grappled with the outcome. And Diddy, though legally exonerated, faced a different kind of judgment. The court of public opinion, a relentless and unforgiving jury. The years after the Club New York trial were a whirlwind. Diddy's star continued to rise, his empire expanding. He released hit albums, launched new ventures, reinvented himself. But the echoes of past controversies lingered. Accusations of business disputes and unpaid debts surfaced. Former artists and employees came forward with allegations. They painted a picture of a ruthless businessman. Diddy denied the claims, his legal team defending his reputation. The public struggled to discern the truth. Was Diddy a victim of his own success, or was there a darker side to his empire? The questions lingered, fueled by a culture obsessed with celebrity scandals. And through it all, Diddy remained a complex figure. He spoke out against injustice and championed social causes. But the whispers of his alleged wrongdoings persisted. The echoes of controversy were destined to follow him. As Diddy entered a new chapter, his legacy became a subject of debate. Was he a visionary entrepreneur, a hip-hop pioneer, a cultural icon, or was he a flawed individual, marred by scandal? His contributions to music were undeniable, his influence on fashion and entertainment significant. But the controversies, the unanswered questions, continued to cast a long shadow. Could they separate the art from the artist, the achievements from the accusations? Would Diddy be remembered for his talent, or would the controversies define his legacy? P. Diddy's story is one of ambition, talent, and undeniable influence. He rose from humble beginnings to become a titan of the music industry. His empire, built on hit records and savvy business moves, seemed untouchable. But his ascent was shadowed by controversy, tragedy, and unanswered questions. From the Club New York incident to the deaths of Biggie and Tupac, Diddy found himself at the center of storms. He faced accusations, endured trials, and saw his name dragged through the mud. While he maintained his innocence and achieved legal victories, the court of public opinion remained divided. Diddy's story serves as a cautionary tale about the price of fame. The higher he climbed, the further he had to fall. His life, a testament to the fact that success often comes with a heavy burden, and that even the brightest stars can cast long shadows. Today, P. Diddy remains a prominent figure in the entertainment industry. He continues to make music, build businesses, and influence culture. But the questions surrounding his past continue to linger, fueled by speculation and unanswered questions. Did his ambition blind him to the potential consequences of his actions? Was he a victim of circumstance, caught in the crosshairs of a dangerous industry? Or were there darker truths, carefully concealed beneath the veneer of success? Perhaps some answers will emerge in time, shedding light on the mysteries that have plagued his career. Or perhaps the truth will remain elusive, leaving us to grapple with the complexities of his story. One thing is certain: P. Diddy's legacy, much like his life, will forever be marked by both triumph and tragedy.